Yo, what is up, guys? I am essentially an Indian. I'm essentially an Indian.
Dijon.
Dijon mustard.
I love Dijon mustard. Yeah.
Dijon make mustard.
Dijon do that.
Did I do that? Did I? So basically, Steven.
So basically, Steve and Steven have
rebranded to Goontopia, and it may not go over well with some fans.
The expression is gooning, Gooning.
It's called gooning, and the left wants to ban it completely.
Oh yeah, Tucker.
Listen, here's the thing. I love gooning. So get up, dust off, goon.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Goontopia. I'm Steven.
And I'm Steve.
I almost said Steve because I am used to you starting it, and then I go, Steven,
Yeah.
Steven.
My brother-in-law said, "What's your show, Tim and Timmy?"
Close enough, you know. Our last episode that just came out, it was a bonus episode, but it still falls in the canon of Goontopia.
Yeah.
It's still canon, and it's our bracket special. So you guys got to go check that out. That's the first thing we got to plug here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like in the original Dune, they had little pamphlets to hand out to people with all the terminology for all this stuff, arachnoids and the Dune Gooners and stuff like that. So that episode, the last episode, is essentially that pamphlet, so you can move forward with the show. You
need that episode to watch the rest of it. It's one of those things where the prequel comes out 70 episodes into the show.
Yeah.
But it is, TV shows do that. It's like, you remember like the two main characters, they show the episode when they become best friends.
Yeah.
But it's way into the show.
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So we've got a lot of stuff to talk about. We got Tucker on JRE to start the show. This was big news.
Yeah, this was a huge story. The first thing that dropped. So I actually... Oh, sorry, I hit my hand. I know I tweeted this, so this is coming from my Twitter account. So when this was uploaded, within the first 24 hours, it had about 264,000 views. And these commenters immediately, because... And my thesis on this is like, okay, Tucker and Joe Rogan were cool like 5 years ago. That's when they were at their most popular. Maybe Tucker is a little bit more popular now than ever, which I guess I would agree with. But the point standing is that Joe Rogan's return to YouTube has not been with a boom, you know? I guess the Cat Williams episode was good, but outside of that, he uploads way too many episodes to actually follow along with the show. And he fucking sucks. He's so boring now. But anyway, some of these comments just really blew my mind. So we've got, YouTube is clearly hiding this from me.
Hitting this from
yeah. Yeah, I forgot about YouTube is clearly hitting this from me. ... What is ... A half rest or something, you know? Now I had to watch this. And then, yep, YouTube doesn't want you to watch it. Therefore, we know we must watch it. Jeez. Brendan's brother, Bill Frazier here.
Whoa.
And then a couple more. We've got, this is extremely clear that there is something going on here. All because this didn't get 100 million views in the first 5 minutes. Can we make this so viral that they can't ignore us? Can we force a statement from YouTube? And then we've got, is this the Irish guy? Yes. Watching this in Ireland for the last 20 minutes and the view count is still at 4,398. YouTube, you really are showing your cards now. Go Tucker.
Damn. What's crazy about this, and I don't want to push back on you already this early into the show, but I do think a lot of the Rogan crowd has moved to Spotify. So the numbers aren't, it's kind of hard to know what he's getting anyway.
That's true.
I feel like, because I work with this kind of idiot Gen X person that loves Rogan, and I can hear her start the, I hear, Joe Rogan podcast, come check it out.
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
So, we started,
Hey, freak bitches. Whatever he sounds like.
It's Alex Jones.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah.
So, she listens on Spotify. She loves probably that he got that deal. So I just wonder how many people watch it on YouTube. And I wonder what it's at now. You don't have to look it up. We'll just say that it's like 10 more than it was before.
No, it's at like 7 million, 10 million. It's gotten the numbers that these people were clamoring for in the first minute. But I don't know. Do you remember when YouTube used to have this problem where, like, for the first 24 hours of a video, it would always be capped at 301 views before update? So I think it's just something like that. And
yeah, that's literally what I said to you in the message. But I said that to you.
Did you?
I did, but
you didn't say 301.
But I didn't say the 301 thing. But that's kind of what I was alluding to because they said the 22,000 views after 13 hours, and it was already at what, 160,000 after 16. So I knew it was off.
And I mean, just the cope of people immediately the second they don't get what they want. They're like, this must be YouTube clamoring down. And it's like Tucker Carlson has been on so many podcasts in the last year, and they've all gotten like tens of millions of views. And it's like, I don't know, it's so stupid that people immediately jump to this censorship thing. It's like if they didn't want Tucker on YouTube, they wouldn't let him on. And plus, what's more controversial is the like with Nick Fuentes, you cannot find like hardly any videos of Nick Fuentes on YouTube, but Tucker's all over the place. And then the interview with Putin, that may be his most controversial video he has. That has like 20 million views on YouTube. So I don't know. They're not censoring, but I have the start. I have here the beginning. So maybe
this is some great stuff. This is totally hanging out with your parents for the weekend, and they're just like, well, you'll see.
You'll see why YouTube had to ban and
they have their
censor
reading
the
glasses
numbers.
on and some riveting phone use.
Project Aqua.
Yeah, hold on. They just released, I think by accident.
How does that happen?
It's Kona Blue.
How does accidents
You
happen?
familiar with this?
No.
Kona Blue is it was a program that, I'm going to send this to you.
What?
I mean, this is like worse than like our first episode. This is like unacceptable.
I know.
Tucker's like a master
Why is this
broadcaster.
in the episode? It didn't need to be in the episode. Nothing's happening yet.
No,
And it's not like Tucker's like, are we rolling? And then he just immediately looks down at his phone.
Yeah. Well, that is almost what happens because at one point he looks up. That might be why Joe's laughing. Oh, we're
Right
rolling?
here. I'll just I don't do email or whatever. I don't know how to
Oh,
do that.
sorry.
The
he doesn't-
You
email.
don't do email?
No.
How do you survive, man? You should know, wilderness boy.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you exist?
I do text.
Wow.
I do text.
I do text. Oh, yeah? How do you do the fucking TurboTax? You have to put an email in for that, I think.
Yeah.
How do you pay your bills? How do you do Cox internet? Oh, he doesn't have internet.
Yeah. So I guess, they right off the bat, they begin with the lowest energy possible. Just like you said, this is literally what it's like with my parents, only instead of with phones, it's iPads. And they're bringing this to the state. Yeah, YouTube cracking down on this. Yeah.
I thought you paused it. It's still just
No.
playing him looking down. And then he does the nose thing where he's...
Yeah.
Does he just always have a booger in his nose? Why is he always sniffing?
I think it might be a booger. Like,
I know it's an alpha move for sure. Like flare your nostrils to show your dominance. But Tucker wasn't even looking.
No, he's not even listening. There's also one point where they start like sucking off Alex Jones. And they're like, is he a prophet? Does he just predict everything to ever happen?
I don't always agree with everything he says.
Yeah.
But dude, the thing too is it's like how crazy that he's what is he reading right now?
It's some stupid government
Medical
file.
injuries as a result
Is there
of other
anything like
anomalies.
more offensive than being with somebody and then they just sit there and read an article? Like just have the facts ready to go, buddy.
Yeah, memorize the top 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a freaking class. Yeah, wow.
Wow,
Yeah.
look at you. You can take your sunglasses off like a cool guy.
Someone called the CEO of YouTube because they're really uncovering some hidden truths here. Oh, 2-tab Jamie over here. And so, look, it was signed too. Whatever it is they're talking about. Basically, the government knew people were going to get hurt and they got hurt. Wow. Oh my gosh, I've never heard that before.
So obviously I don't believe Tucker doesn't have email. Like he must have like a team around him that uses emails. Duh.
Yeah.
You can't even sign up for X without an email. How about that, Tucker?
yeah.
It would be funny though if his whole shtick was like he just went in all the way with it and he's like, what are we looking at right now? He's like, that's a computer monitor.
TV
Yeah, it's a
screen,
TV screen and that's a PDF. What's PDF?
Oh my gosh, why is that paper moving? Oh my gosh, there's another one below. Oh my god, we're going to get hit by the train.
What
the
do you
train.
mean? A mouse? Where's the mouse?
Well, better get the cat. Better get the cat.
So yeah, I like Wilderness Tucker just pretending to never use technology.
Yeah, no, you'd mentioned that too last time with the Chris Cuomo stuff. He mentioned it. He's like, I don't even know what anyone has to say about me because I don't even know what a screen is. And it's just a little shtick. And then I've got this other part here, and this might be why they, again, reason number 2, they had to clamor down on this.
No doubt.
All right.
Oh, sorry. The name of this clip was Joe's favorite band makes him have to pee.
Okay.
We don't want to live with.
No doubt.
So that's his favorite band.
Yeah, let's take a leak. We'll be right back. We're going to pee. Tucker and I are going to pee together.
It's because they just played at Coachella too, so
Yeah,
he
yeah.
got so damn excited because Coachella was coming up. Because that was right before Coachella, like 2 days before Coachella. So he heard that and he had to run to the bathroom because he's like, "Holy shit, Gwen Stefani's gonna be there.
Yeah, and hang on, now I got to pee. Tucker's got to pee too. Of course, Grateful Dead and No Doubt are my two favorite bands. So,
Yeah. So also, I mean, can I mention so there is a clip you can find. You don't have to watch the whole video. There's a clip on YouTube of him talking about the Grateful Dead, and he talks about when he's 15, him and his 13-year-old brother drove like down the freeway of California.
Yeah. Surfed the cars, whatever.
Yeah, and then they took too many mushrooms, I guess. Then he left his brother outside the concert, and then he met Jerry Garcia, ate some Cherry Garcia, and then went home without his brother or something like that. But the crazy part of it is that Tucker's such a staunch, like, I don't do drugs. I would never let anybody do drugs. But dude, you took mushrooms, and then all you ever do is talk about how you have peace of mind. And everybody says when you do mushrooms, and I've done mushrooms, and I'll tell you this, I don't care about dying. That's what Tucker's always talking about. He's always saying, I could die any minute now, I'm fine.
Yeah.
That's the mushrooms. So he can't sit here and pretend like he's anti-drug.
So you think when he first took the mushrooms, like it has a lasting, he hit the
It's changed his life forever, his
And
perspective forever.
He doesn't realize it.
Yeah.
Because he's going around saying no drugs for anybody,
Yeah.
but he doesn't know that he's been walking amongst mortals as he's had his mushrooms.
He's enlightened.
He did say he left his he like left his 13-year-old brother, and he said some random guy had him in his van or some shit like that. So it's like his brother, hopefully didn't get molested.
And isn't he always like talking about how morally righteous he is, and then he's just like, that's just like one story he's ever told about his childhood is that he left his brother.
Yeah, who was on mushrooms. And I feel like there was something else that was dastardly about that.
By the way, people, we're not actually upset that he did something wrong.
Yeah.
See how that works?
Yeah, if you don't look it up, they don't do it.
Oh man. Okay, what else was he on about early? Oh, do you have anything about the aliens?
Oh, actually I don't. I didn't get to that part.
Because he is convinced that they're like Bible angels.
Or devils. Or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but that they're biblical, not okay, yeah.
He's like, I think, and it just seems to be. And then he tries to explain it like it's matter of fact. And that just drives me crazy when people are like, well, the government's already looked at how these aircrafts are moving, and
you can look it up.
They're supernatural, and he defines supernatural. That drives me crazy too when people give the literal definition. It's like, no, dude, supernatural is vampires and werewolves and mummy, mind over mummy. Okay, it's not super, which means above, and natural, which is the normal order of things. Yeah. So any type of weird movement.
That lined up like perfectly.
So he's just like a goofy fucking clown.
Oh yeah.
He's a goofy clown.
Oh, man. Dude, he was being so silly right there. No, I agree. I also, his whole thing about the denial of evolution, like, and look, I'm not trying to get his band off YouTube, but I'm saying I don't find what he said to be, I don't find the topic outrageous. What I found outrageous was how he just so blatantly was like, there's no evidence of evolution. That's why it's a theory. And it's like, that's not...
Yeah, that's not what a theory is. And that's also like the response. And I hate that I have to even give that response because that's like the level 1 analysis response. Yeah. You know, like I'm engaging with like the easiest response. Like, no. It's also like, what is the other thing they always say about
where are the in-between species? No. That's what I always say.
Okay, I don't have an answer for that.
Exactly. See that, and that's that's like the easiest way.
But they say there's fossils for them, so I don't know what do you mean?
Well, he was like, there's no fossil evidence of evolution. He said that, and the way you mentioned, matter of fact.
Well, I think that's their whole argument for evolution is that there was good fossil evidence. I don't know if that's true.
I don't either. I think also maybe part of it was like the carbon dating. Like there was nothing that they can only prove carbon dating happened within the past like 6,000 years or something. So then that kind of disproves.
Yeah. Well, in the Bible, it's 6,000 years.
So that's kind of.
So there you go. It always adds up for them. But even though everything else, that's what annoys me though, is like the people that are like, let's say like flat Earth, the topic like flat Earth. You know, they go, oh, they're hiding it from us. They are hiding it from us. Is you know how they word it.
Right.
But it's like, okay, but there's people that do work in geology. There's people that do work in this field, space, just fucking airplanes. I don't know. All these people would have to be in cahoots. It's like, you can't be that dumb.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what the point of that was, but.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. It would be a very difficult thing to pull off to get them all to agree. Because, yeah, even pilots, too. And I've asked pilots before. I've called up an airline. I said, hey, come on. Is the Earth flat? And they said, no way, buddy. So... But no, you're right though. It's a very hard thing to prove. And I guess I know there have been a lot of like studies from like flat earthers trying to prove that the Earth is flat, and in doing so have proven that the Earth is actually round or something. But I will say this: every time I've been in an airplane, I don't necessarily see the curvature of the Earth. So I don't fully agree with the round earthers like, oh, well, you can literally see the curvature. But I don't know. I think the whole flat earth thing, if you're someone who publicly starts arguing for flat earth, that is like an IQ test that you have failed. I think that's what the whole purpose of the flat earth movement is to just quickly identify who is willing to just make themselves look as stupid as possible. Because regardless of what the truth of the shape of the planet is, you don't want to be the guy going out there pushing for the flat earth, because society...
You want to be out there pushing for the cube-shaped Earth.
Exactly, because Minecraft.
And if the moon is cheese, then we could be a cube of cheese.
Yeah. Big mozzarella ball.
But to tie that back to Tucker's thing on evolution, I feel like that's the other part where it's like, aren't there people that study like the Earth where the bones are, but then the people that actually study the animals themselves, and then I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? There's a lot of different moving parts to it. It's kind of hard to make it all phony. It's not like there's just a theory of evolution that everyone in science subscribes to.
And I think also people have talked about how like Charles Darwin, I guess on his deathbed, said he actually doesn't believe in the theory.
That's like the dumbest reason ever.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's also... I think
it's like the Xavier joke when that guy gets thrown into like the pit of fire, and at the last minute he's like, "Oh my God, I accept Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior.
That's
Thank you."
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. That was kind of the counter argument, is that, well, he was like religious, so it's like he was just kind of trying to do exactly what you just mentioned, Xavier guy himself.
Yeah, and Isaac Newton thought that he was like specially appointed by God to be able to interpret the Bible, and that motherfucker found out that apples fall from trees or something.
Yeah, he said. Even if an apple fell out of the sky, I would not eat it, and then it hit him on the head.
He's like, damn, I didn't know they did that. I thought you had to go up there and pick them off, but apparently they just fall.
If you ask for it, they will come. I don't understand. Tucker puts himself in weird positions like that, though, to just die on these hills that I feel like are not super important. And I don't know if he's just trying to like nod to the far right to say that he's, fully on board with them, or makes it seem like he's fully on board with them. I don't know what his end game is.
Just remember that these are boomer topics. It's like, you don't need to go out. If you are going out in public and making a statement on this, it's like, no, you're not so important that people need to know what you think about whatever. And I know he's probably asked the question, but...
Well, I think we're getting arrested just for even bringing up...
cancellation.
Yeah. So,
they don't want us watching this.
Yeah. The CEO of YouTube is coming in right now.
Also, look at this Elvis.
I know.
I mean...
Come on, it's the same thing. If you're talking about flat Earth and you're wearing an Elvis shirt, like, you're so out of it.
He was the king, man.
The fucking king. He was awesome. Very troubled. I only know because I saw the movie.
And how he sort of fit into the fabric of, I don't know, society. Okay.
He defined a generation.
Yeah. It's a great insight, Joe. How about Jimi Hendrix next? Tell us what he did.
Yeah. What about Jim Morrison when you're done? I really want to hear about the tragedy of Kurt Cobain. Dude, I've never heard it.
Eddie Vedder from what band is Eddie Vedder
Pearl Jam,
from?
I think.
Pearl Jam.
Who else? Who else do we have? That 9 Inch Nails, not actual 9 Inch Nails. They cut their nails so they can play their guitars.
Okay, so what else we got? Sorry.
The last thing I had was the Alex Jones thing I alluded to. They start like sucking him off about how he's like a prophet, right? So here is the Christian Tucker Carlson saying, like, evolution is fake. There's not even that he doesn't believe it. It's there's no proof of evolution. But then here he is with Joe Rogan humoring this idea that Alex Jones is a biblical prophet. So even though I've never read the book of Alex,
more interesting things about him is that like he talks about stuff like he talked about like I'm gonna send.
Oh, this is combined with a boomer moment. So they've been sucking him off for like 2 minutes, and then they decide to watch an Alex Jones type video. It takes them forever to get it working.
Oh my God,
this is one of the really crazy ones.
I do remember the part when he said he doesn't know what airdrop is, maybe or something.
2000 probably.
I mean, this reminds me of Tim Heidecker.
I guess 2017.
There's a giant Fuddruckers behind him.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, what the hell? I'm not pausing this.
Give me a second here. Because I sent it to him like, how the fuck did you call this? Because it's one of those ones where you're like, oh, this is exactly what's happening now. Here it is. Here.
Come on. There's no way. He's so inconsiderate of his fans. Pause it for a second. This is what I'm talking about. Him and Tucker, they're two peas in a pod in this regard. They're always just sliding their fans. They don't care if their fans enjoy their content at all, and I hate that. That makes them the worst people on earth.
It really does. Here, I'll keep it playing just because I know he's not going to figure it out in the next 10 minutes. So
Technology, let's go.
Technology, let's go. And Tucker can't help him out.
I sent it to you, Jamie.
I could try sending a letter.
This is some guy's Instagram clip that I
pulls
found.
out a quill.
Took a clip from the podcast.
Let me take a look.
Commentary. I'll put these on.
So this is the clip he pulls up to. It's so telling of how technologically retarded they both are.
There's no way he couldn't have just screen shared also just right now for one moment.
We gonna get the video?
Here we go.
God.
2 years on podcast.
So they pull up the most like TikTok fucked like green screen.
Tucker's never. Tucker's gonna see one TikTok and be hooked. He's gonna be like, why are they trying to ban TikTok? I love TikTok.
Well, notice right there he put a Zin in.
He goes, holy shit, I'm gonna be watching this for hours.
Yeah. Wow, this is incredible. So you mean anybody could make a movie whenever they want? And they don't run out of reels? Wow.
And where did they purchase the film to make this?
Yeah, you'd almost think they'd run out of film. They don't tell you that, of course. Also, Tucker and Joe are just staring at each other's eyes. The way that these boxes are set up, they look like they're getting ready for a boxing match.
I love the artistic decision to make the filter extra red for Alex too.
Yeah.
And then just Joe's black Italian
to Indianify him. Well, I'm telling a prophecy. We can hear the shittiest audio ever. Well, I'm telling the prophecy.
I'm 1/4 Cherokee.
The elites. Let me tell you something that I will predict that no one else would ever think of.
Casinos.
The elites want to control us. Whoa! Wow, Alex, you crazy because he's black. Joe's black. Let me tell you something. Chief Bigfoot River told me this.
Chief Wigwam told me down.
The casino. We're all going to be tapped into the casino. Playing at the same... in a sense of consciousness at the same slot machine. Man,
a unified consciousness.
Game of roulette.
Technocratic game of craps. I don't know.
The elites want us all to play at the same slot machine, Joe. And so the funniest thing is once this video's like 5 minutes long. I listened to this before I crashed my bike too, by the way. and what Tucker says right after is very funny. He goes,
oh my God, he laughs.
Yeah, it's pretty much it. Yeah.
It's incredible.
okay, at one point he said, throughout the video, he goes, I'm not hearing any of this. And then so when the video ends, he does his fake laugh. This is proof that his laugh is fake, by the way. You just have to believe me. We're not going to scroll through that whole video, but he says, I can't hear any of this. Second the video ends, he starts doing his fake laugh and just goes, wow, that was incredible. You know, trying to play off the fact that he couldn't hear any of it.
I just want to say, I had not watched this part. And the video they're showing, it was when Alex Jones was on Joe Rogan, obviously. And it was him talking about AI, and I was going to take over the world. First off, AI hasn't done that yet. Second off, that was already in
like the 90s.
Every book of the fucking sci-fi era of the 50s and 60s.
What's that old ass French book like Simulation and Simulacra Chocolata?
Some Malacrum or whatever.
Planet of the Apes.
Yes.
AI, ape intelligence. That's what everyone's missing. Of course. Well, Alex Jones is a prophet.
He was right about 9/11.
Yeah.
He did 9/11.
I mean, Alex Jones, obviously, I think you're also just kind of looking at somebody who's good at his job. You know, he knows where to look to find this information. But also the one thing, I mean, he's right about a lot of things, yada, yada, yada. But it's like, I don't know. To me, it's the same as like looking at a professional baseball player and you just can't get over the fact that they're so good at baseball. It's like, yes, they are a professional in their field. Can we move on now, or do we have to keep like sucking him off because he's so good? Oh my gosh, he's so professional. He throws the ball so fast.
No, it's true. Anybody that's like in the top 1% of what they do, and if that's crackpot, I don't know, that's the thing, conspiracy theories or whatever, then he's in the top 1% of that. So you can't be, and also he's been sued for $1 billion. Like he's a made man.
Yeah.
You're not announcing to the world how great he is.
Right.
And what is this exercise in two men sitting around talking about how awesome someone is? On this show, we make fun of people.
Exactly.
And that's kind of the point of life.
It's true. You sit back and you laugh. You don't sit back and suck off another man. I can't imagine being like 40 and talking about any man the way that both of these men have talked about.
This show's going to be way over by 40, so we're not going to be talking about anybody. But, the other overarching thing about Tucker that makes me mad is just how he talks about these things like 9/11. It's like, Tucker, do you think 9/11 was an inside job? And it just has to be this slow, like you have to sit through a whole thing.
Yeah, you can't just say yes.
The evidence isn't there, and then there is some proof. And it's just like, we've heard this all before.
Yeah.
You know that, right? You're not the first person that found out that 9/11 was fake just because you believed it for 5 years.
Yeah. And also, he was the one pushing for the normie.
It was the worst mistake I ever made.
Yeah. My biggest regret in life was saying we should go to war for 9/11. So... Okay. Is there anything else? Should we move on? We really beat them
absolutely
in.
should.
Yeah. So the next thing we've got here is Taylor Swift has a new album.
Ooh.
Tortured Poets Society, Dead Poet Society, and so I found that lyric is from the song "I Hate It Here." This has been generating a lot of buzz.
Okay.
And you told me about this. I found it.
Yeah, I couldn't. Well, I told you it was from an interview because I couldn't believe it. Now that I'm seeing it on a lyrics page, I still can't believe it. It's like, how is this flow in a song? When my friends were young, we played a game. We would be racist and have slaves. Nah, nah, nah. I'm dating Travis. I don't know. Heard it before.
So here it's on your screen right here. So yeah, my friends used to play a game where we would pick a decade we wished we could live in instead of this. None of this is rhyming, or I can't find a flow here. I'd say the 1830s, but without all the racists and getting married off for the highest bid. And I'm not going to read the rest of it. But
I mean, you can't. She literally put the word bid in the same line as 1830s and racist and bid. You know what I mean? Like there were auctions back then.
Yeah. So what do you like about the decade? What Tucker likes? No phones?
Yeah, and also it's like, what's different between the 1830s and 20s? And I know some history buffs out there are going to tell me.
Yeah.
But it's like, what? Why are you laughing?
I just thought it was funny that you were like, and I know some history buff out there is going to say, well, it's different from the 20s. I just can imagine that person.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I know, okay, I get it. There's some shit going on back then. That's probably the French War, the French-Indian War or something, but...
I would like the baguettes, please. Let me get the baguettes.
I can't, but then that photo of her with the little black girl where she like has her arm around her but isn't touching her all the way was going around. But I guess there's like somebody took consecutive photos and then she did put her arm around her, but it's like the perfect optics to make her look racist.
Yeah. Well, I thought you had a line about this.
I did?
Yeah, you did. It was
damn. I'd be so mad if you stole it from me and I can't even remember it.
Well, do I need to
what is it?
Lob it to you. It was
no, you can lob
something
it
about us get rid of the racism but not the slavery.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's crazy that she in the 1830s. Oh, you're gonna get rid of all the racists, but you're still keeping the slavery. So what? They're all gonna like them. I think it's because I didn't know where to go with it. But it's true. It's like it's sort of that magic genie effect of you get 3 wishes and you wish away all the racists, but then you did it in the 1830s and they're still slaves.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
And it's sort of this weird utopia world where there are slaves, but it's not done out of hate for race. It just kind of the situation that we're all in for some reason.
It's just done for like the Irish people as they were the indentured servants.
Well, because they're not racist anymore. That's the problem. It didn't get rid of it, just made them less. So anyway, that's fucking stupid. But and then the other part of it, the whole album was the Travis Kelce lyrics.
Yeah, I don't know what songs those were from.
I didn't find any, but I'll say this, because whenever they started dating, there was, the bullshit Twitter trending thing. It's like, oh, AI of what Taylor Swift's next album is going to sound like now that she's dating a football player, and it was just it was stupid, the dumbest lyrics ever. And then that's what they ended up being. The lyrics are like, I'm dating him. He scores touchdowns. Yeah.
I'm dating him. He scores touchdowns, even though his head doesn't work right. I don't know.
He has CTE. I don't know.
He has a CED, cum eating disorder.
Ooh.
Travis Jelksy.
I don't have much more to say on Taylor Swift. I feel like we do need to keep it moving.
Okay, yeah. I've got, nothing to say. She's gay. So we've got the...
Was there one other... Oh, no there isn't.
The Tik Tok ban. I've got a little 30-second news thing describing it. We can just play it, and then we can just talk about it.
Right now, legislation with a potential ban of TikTok heads to President Joe Biden's desk. The Senate passed the bill last night. It gives TikTok 270 days to part ways with Chinese company ByteDance and instead find a new owner, or it'll be taken out of U.S. app stores. The president is expected to sign it, but TikTok has threatened legal action if that happens. It also includes aid to Taiwan, Ukraine, and Israel.
Whoa.
So,
not the Israeli aid.
So you've got a choice, America, TikTok or Israel. This is crazy. I honestly was not believing the stories about TikTok potentially ever getting banned from the U.S., but it seems like it is just a form of jealousy. And I never really considered how many American apps, social media apps there are, It's like WhatsApp and TikTok are like the two that are not American.
Is WhatsApp Israeli?
I don't know.
It might be.
Yeah, that probably.
Or do they get bought by Google or something now?
Yeah, that could be the case. But I know it's it's YouTube's, it's Europe's texting, basically. I don't know. I don't use TikTok that often, so. But did you have anything to say about it, or?
I know I was the one that brought this up. Did I have a joke yesterday? Jesus.
I don't think you did. Not if you did, you didn't tell me.
Look, I don't know. Is there going to be a competitor, or is that the hubbub? Is there any reports? Or are we going to get a buyer? Maybe.
Actually, funny you bring that up. Mr. Elon Musk has said, if this tweet gets 100 likes, I will bring back Vine. That was his contribution. Should I bring back Vine, guys? Can you like my post so I can bring back
They're
Vine?
going to do that. Yeah, they're going to do that anyway because Facebook has the photo app with Instagram.
Yeah.
And then, so they need their own, like they only have one app, right?
That's true. Yeah, there's only Twitter. And then, or like Grok is like an add-on for Twitter Plus or some shit. But yeah, there's no short form thing for Twitter, like Reels or something. But you're right. It's going to be a tab, just like Instagram Reels, but it's going to be called Vine.
They'll bring back the name too. They're not going to come. I mean, but honestly, Elon is so stupid that he would do like double X.
Yeah. X Vine with an X. Have you seen that video of him at some like red carpet where people are saying that he's going through like The Sims like default animations as his poses? He's doing like this and like this. He like puts his finger on his chin, then he puts both his hands and looks up in the sky, and
no,
it's so retarded. It looks so bad. He's such a autistic moron, but I mean, we gotta love him until we don't. But should we move on to?
Yeah. So the next guy we got on here, Solomon Galligan. He's in jail. We should probably pull up a photo of him. This guy definitely doesn't use TikTok.
Oh, of course not. This is like nightmare fuel.
Oh my God.
mean.
So what? He got arrested for kidnapping somebody in Colorado.
He tried to kidnap a kid during recess, is what happened.
I don't know how he thought that was going to work. I mean, you don't even let that guy get anywhere near the kids.
I know. He probably got away with it because they thought he was like a zombie or dressed up as a zombie or something.
He's one of the kids' dads.
Yeah.
They're in Aurora.
I'm back from milk. And people were saying that this is a trans person. The nose profile does not match this retarded MAGA Twitter account.
Oh my God.
This I could believe more. And then of course it's just, it's from the same name.
What? I love this theory. I didn't see this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like now every criminal, it's like there's always a trans angle. And they're saying there was a bill in Colorado where it's like you don't need to have a criminal record for a trans people. So they're saying that's how he slipped through the cracks or whatever. But that is not true. What I actually did find is his previous thing he was arrested for was going up to a woman and punching her. And there wasn't like,
it's always a George Floyd backstory.
I know. Yeah, seriously. They all have the same exact like origin story. They got their start punching random women.
It's kind of like never mind. This is okay.
But anyway, he was let go because like there wasn't enough resources or something like that. But I mean, you look at this person. Is this person trans to you?
I'm confused though. Was it originally a woman, or it was a guy that tried to become a woman and then bounced back?
Yeah, I think it was a guy that tried to be a woman. Because I mean, he's got a man's jawline and a man's disgruntled teeth. I mean, this is
just Jordan Peterson and FaceApp.
Yeah.
I mean, it has the same hairline, kind of.
I've switched with George Floyd. Blackify. Hey, I'm trying out Blackify. What was I going to say? He literally looks like a Resident Evil 2 zombie, like a character model you would find in the game. But
damn, I've been sitting here this whole time thinking of a Gilligan's Island pun, and I can't think of a way to fit this with a story.
I know he almost sounds Scottish. Solomon Gilligan, or you know what I mean, like Illigan, Gilligan. You know, I feel like Scottish. Names
Galligan.
Go again, Solomon.
Yeah, because I think like Gallagher was or Irish.
Yeah, I think
did I say Italian?
Yeah,
I'm talking about Irish. Okay, Gallagher, whatever.
My name is Solomon Gilligan. Come again. How about that? He works at a 7-Eleven. My name is Solomon Gilligan. Come again. So
pull up the trans one more time.
Yeah.
Let's just take a.
I mean, there's
okay, yeah.
I mean, first of all, she's got 3 fingers right now.
Yeah, so this is just AI made that photo.
Yeah. And then the
phone doesn't even match up. Nobody had that phone in 2018.
Yeah. No, you're right. Well, then it must be a government conspiracy where they implanted this trans woman. And I mean, there's just no way. I don't know.
We should. Well, I was literally just about to steal the plot of The Mask, which we covered in episode 12 of Goontopia. Go back and watch that.
Yeah.
I was going to say we should start some elaborate thing where we go to jail, but I don't think people would believe it.
Who would be our call-in mockery? Like Greg Turkington or something?
Bo Burnham or something? I don't know. Our generation's IDA kid.
Yeah,
which is an event in the activity known as forensics.
Yeah, not the science.
Yeah.
Those who know.
Those who know.
All right, should we move on?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wow. Here we go.
Okay, yeah, this is going to save the show. I'm
Yeah.
kidding. It's been a good episode.
It has. Okay, so it's Eric Butt's time. He has reacted to the new Deadpool movie. So
I haven't seen this yet. Steve has.
Yes, full disclosure. Ready? Should we just jump in? Get ready. He's going to do his drum roll.
Drum roll, please.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Trailer reaction time, and it's here. It's finally
The
here.
hair swoop.
Get used to it. I don't know. Today we've seen a little
offhand
teaser, which was a
comment.
great
I know.
teaser, and it was a perfect teaser because it was definitely a tease. He just took it out. He unzipped the pants and just gave it a little bit of a tickle, and pretended he was going to kiss it. Just a little light. Oh my god.
He always will make a
That was
comment.
what I said.
He will always make a comment that he deems like, oh my gosh, I just went there. It's always in the first minute.
It makes no sense that he will always make a joke that, goes over the line. It's
Yeah.
a sex joke. And then he immediately is like, oh, that was just too far.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
didn't, he has no control over himself. It makes no sense.
It's the same formula. It's and then the hair swooping over no hair, and then it's like, well, Beetlejuice, because you could juice your beetle. I don't know. Anyway, guys, I crossed the line there. Yeah. So, all right, you're ready to keep going. What is his cannonball? Literally.
That is probably not how I should start this video. But I'm a fancy YouTuber, and that's what I'm going to do. We're here for trailer number 1 for Deadpool and Wolverine. It's been a long time coming, and after this movie comes out, I think there'll be a long time coming. Oh my goodness. It's late.
Deadpool's getting him dirty.
Yeah.
He wants to go to sleep. Listen.
But that's kind of the character Deadpool is. So that's really
Yeah.
going to bring that out in Eric.
Yeah, that's true. Oh,
Oh,
then the adjusting of the glasses. Look, he did that in the Joker one too. Every time he adjusts his glasses
Hold
so
them
high.
down to your fucking ears, man. Yeah. This
Don't know
is.
what we're gonna get.
Yeah, you'll see.
More Wolverine.
I mean, that is ridiculous. Look at that. He's got a whole inch.
That's not even as bad as it's been, though. There
No.
are times when it's like.
Probably up here more or something. Sometimes he just turns him upside down fully. So okay.
And then we
here go.
have to get more Wolverine than we got in the first teaser. I'm there. I'm already there. I'm already sold. This is just because I can't wait to see more. Let's get to it. Let's watch.
Want to talk about what's haunting
The
you,
nut
or
stab.
should we wait for a third act flashback?
Let's fucking go!
I'm not convinced he doesn't get a boner from this every time.
Yeah.
It's the one thing that Feige said is off limits.
What about Bolivian marching band?
We know all the slang terms. They have a list.
Even snowboarding?
Even disco dust.
White girl interrupter?
Even forest bump.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Yes. I can't.
Staple of a movie trailer.
Seriously.
Reading a back and forth or reading a list.
Wow. Okay. What I love about that.
I mean, should we give our initial reaction?
Well, I got to be honest. He didn't give us as much as we wanted, and I'm totally vindicated in saying we should have watched the Joker one instead, but that's fine.
But you called to watch the Joker one yesterday, though. I gave you a choice.
Oh, shit, I did.
Yeah.
No, but come on. You pushed me. My back
No,
was
I
against
didn't.
the wall. You go, we just watched that. I've already watched the Joker one.
I did not watch.
Okay, I believe you. I believe, I believe you.
Sneaky.
I am sneaky. I believe you. But the thing is, he didn't give us too much there, but you
You're
can
right.
see all of the micro things he does. He's so excited for this movie.
Yeah, no, and I was a little disappointed with his reaction, lack thereof. I mean, the nut shot was funny, and of course and this is what I hate about Deadpool. Deadpool really opened up the floodgates for meta humor to just be exposed to normies.
Yeah.
And the part where he looks at the camera and goes, "Get ready for a third act flashback," and like, oh, dude, I hate stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the stuff you mentioned too, the back and every trailer has to have some stupid ass back and forth like that. Oh my gosh, it sucks.
Let's see what he says though afterwards.
What I really love about that is it's absolutely a continuation of the teaser. I feel like you do.
Why wouldn't it be?
If you're trying to know what the story is going to be, you need to see both. You can't just get one from the other, because this is very different from what we're showing in the teaser. This hardly touches on the TVA stuff. That's fine. This was great. It really did focus in on Deadpool's still R-rated. So, and the comedy and the gore.
I mean, why would they do Deadpool 1 rated R, Deadpool 2 rated R, Deadpool 3 PG-13?
Yeah.
I mean, gosh.
And I love all of that, so that's really cool. Hugh looks amazing. We did get a little bit more of a story bump, because they're talking at the end. That he comes from a universe that's failed, and he failed or whatever, so that's interesting. But what's more interesting is that my predictions, my theories, and this is more interesting for me, of what we were doing here is that Deadpool kills the Fox universe. Like, he is trying to get rid of all those and move into the MCU, but it sounds like he's just trying to save his universe. So that's very different. I'm very confused and excitedly confused to see where that part of the story actually goes. The villain, okay, there was a lot of rumors. I think it's going to be true. Obviously, we're getting a villain that is going to be, and I don't know this character from the comics or the history, but I know she's like either a variant Charles Xavier. Although that trailer makes me feel like, did they make it? I mean, I don't know how you would do this, but maybe somewhere in the multiverse, somehow, Charles Xavier and I'm
at a little bit of a disadvantage too on this because I don't know, but whatever he is talking about, there's no way that it's right.
Yeah.
Whatever multiverse thing he's talking about, it's probably the wrong theory.
I was going to say there's something like, you know, people say this thing about like sports where it's like, if you were to take the time you spend like memorizing all the stats, you could like be a brain surgeon. But the same thing, it's so much worse with multi-universe comic books. It's like these people will dedicate so much time. Like, again, I'm lost because I thought Wolverine died, but of course they're going to be like, oh no, we brought him from another universe into this universe. And blah, 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 blah. It's like, nothing has any meaning anymore. It's part of this postmodern deconstruction of our everyday life. There you go, Tucker. I'm feeding you what you want to hear. By doing this multiverse thing where every story, they can last forever now because just take this universe, put it from here. And I don't know. It's exhausting.
Hey, but the beautiful thing is about this Marvel thing, it's sort of like the old Scandinavian sagas. You know, these sort of mythical stories, they'd be retold and told to Vikings and Bluebeard or whatever the hell was going on. And they're told in different iterations. So that's kind of the beautiful thing. It's not like there's one story about King Arthur, for example.
Right.
So that's kind of the cool thing. You want to see Spider-Man in a lot of different what would it be like if he was a kid? Again.
Yeah. And I think actually they're probably doing like a little nod to the Scandinavians there because
they have Thor. I mean,
no, I think that's like the link between, and I mean, I think this is my theory. Hey guys, clip this. Deadpool 4 goes to Scandinavia to meet like Beowulf, you know, and so he's going to be like,
dude,
he's going to look at the camera and be like, this is fucking amazeballs. And then it's going to be so cool. He's going to tell him to eat blazing doorknobs of death, banana face. That's Deadpool, by the way. And it's going to be hella epic.
I was going to say you should go to the Netherlands. I feel like that'd be a fitting place because, you know, the drug legality there. I don't know if he's a drug guy, but because, you know, he's such a shenanigan sort of character.
Dude, the drug references would be so funny because he'd be like, do you have weed or marijuana or Mary Jane or devil's lettuce or the Satan's grass?
We'll do your idea for Deadpool 4 and Deadpool 5 will be the drug pool. Drug pool.
Dude, hell yeah. Because it's like a swimming pool of drugs that he's going to swim in. And then he's going to look at the camera and he's going to say, I wish I could hand everyone in the audience right now or streaming on Netflix. And then everyone's going to be like, oh, he said Netflix. A piece of my own drugs that I'm doing. And everyone's going to love it.
Or he'll say HBO Max because there's a time skip back to 2015. It was before they rebranded to Max. So say HBO Max, but then everybody on Reddit, all the geniuses on Reddit, they'll know. That it's fitting in its place and time, its proper context by saying HBO Max. Deadpool saying that instead of Max.
But if you get the extended version, because this type of joke again is not going to land with the normie. So in the extended version, he says HBO Max, and then the movie pauses on him, and then another Deadpool walks out and he says, and he explains the joke, you know, and he'll say, I bet some of you on Reddit have already pointed this out, and then the Redditors are gonna die, and hopefully it kills all of the Redditors.
Wow.
So I'm excited for Deadpool now that I think about it. Now that we've laid out the
our rewrite of the Deadpool series, our reboot starting from number 4. I love it. Honestly.
I do too.
I'm really gonna sit and think on Deadpool 6.
So where would he go now? Well, I mean, it's outer space, obviously. I mean, the final frontier. He'll be like, he'll go, I thought so, flat earthers. The earth is a ball. And he's going to be swimming
and
through
he takes
space.
off the mask and it's Bill Burr this time.
Yeah, so Bill Burr is...
we're recasting. It's Bill Burr. What the fuck, man?
Where are the black bitches? Where are the women? Where are the girls? Well, save that for later. For a different race. Yeah,
DeadMaher5.
DeadMaher5. Okay, I'm a techno artist now. Okay, yeah, he would be the perfect like meta character. I mean, audience, do you really believe this schmuck? I mean, they want to get rid of guns, but how am I supposed to protect myself from fucking morons like you? So, yeah.
All right, reel us in, people.
Yeah, all right. We went there. I'm saying it.
This is, after 13 hours, Goontopia's only got 14 views. Oh, they're trying to hide it from you, people. They're trying to hide it from you, people. Share it with everyone.
Sharing is caring. Okay, here we go, Eric. Let's hear your dog shit theory.
I don't know his name. Magneto. Eric Magneto.
Yeah, because you're Eric.
And that's who she is. I don't think that's the case, but it's going to be real interesting to see where that goes, because clearly she's got Magneto powers, the way she's fighting Wolverine. Don't know about psychic powers. There's just so much stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess. Sorry, something popped up I was worried about. There's so much cool stuff in there. That is something I'm excited to go watch all the little breakdowns, see if there's some more Secret Wars in there. I love they're saving all the cameos, even though a lot of them got spoiled online. They're maybe just from the filming on the set. Maybe more will being hidden, I hope.
Spoiled on the
comedy
public
looks great.
IMDb
Everything looks
page.
great. It's going to be a great third part to Deadpool. And I'm guessing he's going to be one of those Marvel characters, officially MCU now, that gets to have more than one trilogy.
Dude, that's literally Greg Turkington when he's like, when they're talking about like, when a spinoff happens, he's like, there's going to be a whole trilogy of these.
Yeah. Like he says, he's like, well, hopefully they'll do a James Bond and Jack Reacher trilogy. Like, well, hey, maybe he'll join James Bond and they'll do their own movies together. Yeah.
I mean, it's literally, because that at the end of the day is what drives Eric Butts. Is that his name?
Yeah,
Eric Butts is really just the opportunity for his favorite characters to meet and for it to be prolonged as long as possible.
Yeah.
I guess that's redundant, prolonged forever.
And this is a perfect cummy because it is Wolverine with Deadpool. I know there was an X-Men Origins movie. I think it was called X-Men Origins Wolverine, and it had Deadpool in it, but he was in it briefly, and he wasn't as cool in meta as he is in this movie. So Eric is finally getting his epic nerdgasm by seeing the yellow. Everyone loves the yellow suit Wolverine, which I'll be honest, that looked pretty cool. I like the yellow suit.
I really want to give him a compliment too, because because I am going to watch him forever, I think.
Yeah.
Because he is like a staple. He's a consistent thing out there, you know?
Yeah.
When a new movie trailer comes out, he's going to be the same. He's never going to be a sellout. I mean, look at all the shit he's got behind him. He hasn't sold out.
No.
Look at his house. Look at his beautiful wife. It's not his beautiful car.
Yeah. He doesn't need a car because he can travel the galaxy just by turning on Disney Plus and seeing the newest Star Wars show.
Outside of a trilogy, because it feels like this is the capper to his Fox side, and he's coming over here, I hope, to give some actual Marvel stuff. And I still think if they need to bring Deadpool into an actual MCU movie that needs to not be R, he should still swear. He should just get beeped, and then like everybody else hears him swear, but we hear him get beeped. He hears him gets beeped and can do a fourth.
This is like what you said,
about
them having like some sort of explained element.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's total Deadpool. I'm pretty sure this has happened in a comic, too, where he, like, swears and he's like, why are the speech bubbles changing my curses to different characters? So,
what is this beep and beep shit? You know, or what? Well, that wouldn't work. And everybody else just sees him talking to nothing and reacts like, what is wrong with him? That's what they got to do, right? But yeah, no surprise. That looked absolutely amazing. I'm dying to see it. I cannot wait for tickets to go on sale. I hope the timing is right. I don't remember what the release day was. They told me. It's not the first week of July, right? It's later in July, I think. I hope. Or it might be a problem for me because I need to see that right away.
My dream for him,
the first week of July.
My dream for him is that he does start getting some inside sources.
Yeah.
You know, that he just like meets somebody at Paramount and he like starts getting like let's say he gets a Paramount ad deal and then all of a sudden he starts finding out about the Ned's Declassified reboot we're waiting for.
Yeah. He gets to be on set too, and then he accidentally like shares it in like an obscure gaming stream where his wife is like beating him in a whatever fighting game they're trying to play that week.
They say quiet on set.
He'll be like, well, you know what? At least I got to see what the Ned's Declassified reboot's gonna look like, and she's like, okay. I thought you were not supposed to talk about that.
Oh my God, that's so good.
I don't even know.
I thought you were supposed to talk about.
I don't even know what she sounds
bro.
like.
But remember, I was the one that said she's beautiful, so don't hate me, Eric.
Yeah.
Don't hate me. I complimented your wife.
Hate
me.
Come after me. Come after me. You know what? I'll tell you this, Eric. She did not like your hot dog and donut sandwich. I could tell by the look on her face. This confused, dead in the eyes look on her face.
Oh boy.
She didn't like it, but I would like it if you cooked for me. So anyway, we'll conclude this and see what else.
It's already booked. I don't want to unbook it. All right. Well, what do y'all think? Are you excited? What were some things you saw in there? Of course, dog pool was cool. Let me hear your thoughts. Definitely geek out with me in the comments.
Okay, he's done. Okay.
I was gonna say about the Joker one. You don't have to pull it up, but my favorite thing that he says, I think, in the whole clip is that it's going to be like the original, but more original.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like that is so antithetical, or, you can't do that.
Yeah,
you can't, It doesn't make sense.
No,
We're already getting the Joker again.
And then it was like widely known that it's like a musical, and like a lot of the songs I think are covers. So it's like there's no way it's gonna be original. Yeah, I didn't. I mean, yeah, no, that's such a nothing. That's such a the excitement has taken over my brain, and I'm just speaking statement.
Yeah.
The sequel will be more original than the first. Whatever, bro. But we love Eric Butts. Obviously subscribe to him.
And then the other thing he says, there's one more thing. He says that, there's a part when he's talking about, they're making a sequel and how are they going to make it even better? Well, of course, they have to do a musical because you can't just make another movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, that totally doesn't make sense because he is more excited about sequels than anybody.
Right.
And they don't ever have to change up the formula. They can be the exact same movie. And he still likes it.
Yeah. I mean, that's like you. I think you said this, so I might take this line, or maybe I'll lob it to you. Is there another franchise that does that?
I don't know. Marvel.
Yes, there we go.
All of it.
And yeah, because he's almost implying that like this, the sequel has to be a musical. So what's the third one? Have to be like a horror movie, and then the fourth one. Well, but what we're doing with the Deadpool series, we will do some genre changes, but we can't do it so much because at some point in one of our Deadpool sequels, he's gonna obviously pause the movie and he's gonna be like, you guys have the genres on shuffle, man. He's going to say something like that. And then everyone in the theater is going to laugh. And so,
yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, is that it? That's our Eric Butts.
What? Another Deadpool movie?
Oh, fucking who?
DeadMaher5. I love that. I love him as the character. He would be a perfect Deadpool. Just because he's so snarky.
Oh, so we're writing in this line. Oh, another diversity character.
What, Steven are making another cash grab from Marvel? Dude, they would love that line.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other times he'd look at the camera. Oh, he'd be like, you couldn't have written a blunt to be in my hand for this part of the movie. He's always wanting to smoke weed or something.
When I was a kid, they tried to do got your nose. Yeah, right.
I'm not falling for that. His enemy is Steve-O, and he's trying to get Steve-O to relapse.
You can hold a boulder between your fingers? I don't know. I'm trying to... Big nose joke, okay? Yeah. Big nose.
If you were to grab... if you were to grab my nose, your hand would fall down and onto the ground, okay? My nose is so big and heavy that if you grabbed it, you'd fall or something.
Your arm would detach.
Yeah, your arm would detach, okay? Making my nose even bigger.
It'd fall like that apple from that tree, Isaac Newton. That's a little callback to the joke from earlier. That's gravity, baby. Yeah.
But also in the scene, he grabs his nose, but he can't let go and his arm falls off, making me not Deadpool, but the Elephant Man Deadpool, okay?
My favorite Ariel Pink song is Lipstick because it says, "Where are the black girls?" It's in Ariel Stink. He's sorry. I don't want to.
Instead of Ariel Pink, it should be Ariel Stink, okay? And he'd be Indian. And I'm sorry if that offends you. Read my middle finger.
Damn, that's like the Matthew McConaughey. Like, life's about bumper stickers, man. Life is all about Dude, this show's going off the rails.
No, it's all right.
Life is all about bumper stickers, man. And I'm telling you to read mine. It's a middle fucking finger. Yeah. And it's telling you to fuck off, brother.
When you're going through life, sometimes the signs handed out to you aren't always what they seem. It may say stop. It may say yield. You may have to yield, and that may be what life's wanting you to do.
Sometimes it's to stop. Sorry, I was literally just going to steal your joke.
And it's not your job to write the sign, but to do what the sign tells you what to do.
Sometimes it's a sign function in math.
I can't believe he did a fucking episode with Lex Friedman. That is like the craziest thing. So where does love come from? I mean, asking Matthew McConaughey where love comes from, and he's just like, now my wife or what his parents, he's like, my parents have been separated and divorced and remarried 4 or 5 times, and I can tell you one thing, love ain't fun, it ain't great, but I'll tell you what, it wins in the end.
I just love that it goes into Theo Von every now and then.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. Okay, this is gonna get ridiculous. Man, I'll tell you what, in the trailer park, there was a kid with no fingers, but he knew how to love. He's all right, though. All of this is being done in front of the 2 Down syndrome people.
Wow, that is so profound. Theo McConaughey.
Damn. Okay, so we got to move on. That was went a little baroque. Theo Von, Matthew McConaughey, DeadMaher5. Okay. I didn't have a beef of the week, but you wanted to tell me about this dealer.
Yeah, this is my beef of the week. We're bringing it back. Thank you for actually doing this for me. Beef of the week, it's on Deal or No Deal Island. So I think I can take you through this journey pretty quickly.
Okay.
So you said you hadn't really watched much of regular Deal or No Deal. It's obviously not a hard concept to figure out. There's 26 cases. You pick a case at the beginning, and then at the end of every round, the banker, Jewish fella, offers you a deal, and then Howie asks you, also Jewish fella, deal or no deal.
Is there ever a negative case where it's like you pick a case, then you open it, then it's like you actually lost $10,000? Is there anything like that?
That's not how it works.
Okay.
You pick a case at the beginning, that's your case. So if you say no deal all the way through, you end up with whatever money is in that case.
Gotcha.
So you're kind of like banking on a 1 in 26 chance that you have the million or whatever's left. And as you play through the game, you know what's remaining because you're opening cases. So if you've lost the 250,000, it's gone. So you know your case can't have it. So that's all you're trying to like fight against. Like, does your case have more, or do you take a deal along the way?
Gotcha.
So the easiest way to break it down would be like, let's say you have 2 cases left, and you have $1 in one case. You got the million. You don't know if your case has it or if the remaining case has it. So the banker's going to offer you one last deal. It's going to be 490,000, right? Probably, because it's going to be kind of in between those two numbers, but a little bit on the lower.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Side. So it's all mathematical. It's not like there's somebody up there really like making a deal or figuring out the math. It's probably like a computer machine spitting out a number that fits in based on what's left.
Okay.
That's all fine. That's the risk. That's the fun of going on Deal or No Deal. That show makes sense. This show, they've tried to turn it into Survivor first off, because, you know, CBS has Survivor. NBC needs an answer. So they're like, how can we kill 2 birds with one stone? We'll revive Deal or No Deal and steal Survivor. I've only watched 1 episode, but the game itself makes no sense. So they run through the fucking field and they find a case, and then that doesn't matter. It just decides who's going to play Deal or No Deal at the end of the episode.
Really?
Yeah, so there's like 10 people on the show, and every week one person's getting eliminated, like a standard kind of elimination challenge show.
Okay.
And so the first episode, the Jewish kid loses because it's like an athletic competition, and he's like running. He's like, I can't find a case, so he has to play first. But the best part is Deal or No Deal. Who's better to play the game than me, baby?
Gotcha.
Da 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 da.
Why? Because I have been chosen by my brother to make a deal or no deal. Why? Well, I'll tell you later. Okay. Sorry.
So. But this is where it doesn't make sense. So you play Deal or No Deal, and it's the standard thing. There's only 20 cases this time, so it's a little bit quicker because you have to fit the other stuff into the episode.
Right.
But the whole way it's decided is you're playing. So you've lost the competition, so now you're on deck to maybe go home. Now you pick a case, and if in that case the number that you have is bigger than, or if you take a deal, it has to be higher than the number that's in your case. And you obviously don't know what's in your case.
Okay.
But what that means is that there's actually nothing for you to figure out or weigh the risk of, because it's pretty much like, even if you play all the way through the game, there's a 50% chance. You're just playing a coin toss through the game.
So it's like an island survival plus a randomizer.
The problem with the show really all comes from, I mean, it's all fine and dandy. They're trying to steal Survivor, and that's stupid and kind of fun to make fun of. But the actual way the game is played does not make sense. Like, it doesn't work.
Because is it still like monetary, like money in the cases?
The money doesn't matter. So I guess what I'm saying is, like, if you have 2 cases left in this case, and it's the $1 and the $5, and you don't know if you have the $1 or the $5 in your case, all that matters is the dealer at the end is going to have to offer you something right in between. So it's just a coin flip. You say yes or no, because you're either going to have the 5 or the 1. It's not like weighing, oh, this $300,000 could change my life, deal or no deal.
Yeah.
And and the other thing too is there's no strategy to it then because of that. Because if you play all the way through, it's just a 50% chance. And then the other thing too is if there's an odd number left, then you know which side to take.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. That
because if you have 3 cases left, and it would have to be between 2 of those cases. So either 2 cases would be higher than what the deal would be, or only 1 case would be. So you would definitely just want to take the side where you have a 2 out of 3 chance.
Gotcha. Okay.
So there's no weighing of the money. Yeah. It's just basic math. And the game would play that way no matter what iteration you played, whether you had the million at the end or the $1. So the game plays to where you should just take the first time you play it, and they give you more cases on one side of the deal than the other. You should just take that deal.
That's so stupid.
So there's nothing to figure out. I figured out within 2 seconds.
That it was a nothing show.
Yes. And of course, the Jewish guy survived, to make a long story short. And I love game shows, and I want them to be better, and most of them suck. So
I see. Yeah, the combination of it. Like, you would think that in the briefcases, instead of like money, it would be like, we'll like ship you beef jerky while you're on the island, or like, oh, we'll give you. Do they ever fish out the briefcases? Like, oh, I think I caught a big one. Oh, it's just my briefcase.
I'm sure that'll be a challenge. The first one was they pretended to drop all of them from a helicopter. I mean, they definitely dropped the briefcases from a helicopter, but there's no way they didn't decide ahead of time where they're going to place them. So then they had them run through mud.
Oh, okay. Dude,
and the other thing too, the contestants are so stupid. Like, they knew what they were getting into. And 3 of them still were like, I've watched every episode of Deal or No Deal. I'm going to be awesome. I'm going to be awesome at this Deal or No Deal.
Awesome.
But dude, it's Survivor.
Yeah.
Have you watched every episode of Survivor?
Man, well, I've watched every episode of Deal or No Deal. What the hell is this? I thought it just took place on an island. I didn't know I had to Erica Dice Clay. No, we're not. The impressions was last segment. I like to mix up Michael Eric Dyson and Andrew Dice Clay. So I like to say Michael Andrew Eric Dyson Clay Dice.
Wait, who's
like
Eric Andrew Dice Clay?
He's a black nationalist guy.
Who's the guy that writes the books Esoteric Hollywood?
Jay Dyer.
Okay, and then there's Mark Dice, who does the conspiracy videos, and I used to get them mixed up.
Mark J.
Dice. All we do is dice.
Never know what's coming in this life. So now we've got the comedy.
Well, hold on. Let me just say this.
Yeah,
if you people, that was a lot.
Yeah.
Joe Manganiello is hosting the show.
Good host?
Yeah. No, I mean, it's not good. It's not a good show. And I'm probably going to watch a couple more episodes just so I can, if there's some follow up, but I just wanted to say all that.
Yeah.
Really from my heart.
So if anybody out there, if you know an executive who runs these shows, basically we're watching you. But if you also want to hire Steven...
I know, I'm kind of mad. I should have had a proposal for what I would do to change the game. And it would be to bring the original game back, probably. Oh, and this is the other thing, too, right? The Jewish kid loses the first competition. Adam loses the first competition. And then here's the crazy twist of it all. Another crazy twist is if he doesn't get eliminated from when he plays Deal or No Deal, he gets to decide who goes home. The only person that he doesn't get to eliminate is the person that won the competition. But he can decide, like, oh, the second place person that did really good in the competition, better eliminate him.
Weird.
Yeah.
What the? That sounds like
worst game show ever.
Seriously, maybe worse than that David Spade snake oil salesman show. He just like is dressed like Willy Wonka, and I don't know. The next thing we've got here is Ian Fidance's comedy special. He finally took him long enough.
Yeah.
And it came out. I'm going to be honest, as I have on my little note here, the intro was retarded, I got to say. But after that, everything was great.
Are we pulling up any clips?
I have one clip that I thought was funny.
Okay. I already forgot. What was the intro? He just shows up on stage. I mean, he walks onto stage, but where is he coming from?
He's got like a Ghostbusters outfit on.
Oh, right.
And then like it also starts
doesn't tie into the thing at all.
No. And then it starts off like cartoon first, and then it goes from cartoon animation to him in a Ghostbusters costume. I guess that gives you a walkthrough of like how Ian's brain works, how it's just so flashy, move to this, move to that. He can never tell one complete sentence without just like derailing. But obviously, as you can tell from the previous segment, that we love that, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what makes him like truly funny. He can't help himself. He has to interrupt himself with some interjection. That's always good. But do you want me to play that clip?
Well, I was going to say too, like that's the thing you said about Ian's brain and how it works. That's nothing about that made that different than other specials other than a better camera.
For like bigger specials?
No. I mean, I'm sorry. From like his regular clips, or like if you just look up Ian Fidance stand up, that's not different than like his set. There's a lot there though. I mean, it was like a full long thing. I guess what I'm saying is like he's still chaotic and kind of you don't know what's a tangent and what isn't. If that was all like a tight hour, then that would be pretty impressive.
Right. Okay. I see what you're saying. So it's like, yeah, because I guess that is kind of the question is like,
because he comes out and he does crowd work right away.
Right. And seeing him on like stand up on the spot, you know, you can tell he seems to be going completely off the cuff. So then when he's got a tight hour, it's almost like, is it going to be good? Is it not? But it seems like he gave himself that room to, you know, be an Ian. But I've got that cat thing. The thing he was saying about his cat was so funny. I had to just give you a little taste of it. Gay, and gay. That's the name.
Oh, is this? Yeah. I'm sorry, dude.
No, you're fine. What?
No, it's not important. I keep having like fucking stupid half interjections. Then I realize they're not important.
Oh, okay.
I'm in my apartment and we're gonna hook up. And you just see me grab my cat and be like, "Do you like a long boy?" Huh? Oh, look, he's Chinese. Wee. Look at his little teeth. He's a vampire. You know. Oh my God. I bend him to make it look like he's sucking his own dick. You ever do that? You ever do that? Oh, yeah. Come on, Samson, suck your wiener now. Oh, look, he likes blowing himself for Papa, you know.
And the hand gesture of him making the cat. Let's just rewind. I mean, like, I don't know. There's something about that. I mean, it's also, there have been times where my cat's like sleeping in a ball and I'll like move his tail in between his legs and make it touch his mouth. So it's like his tail's his wiener, and it's, I've just done that before. So I knew exactly what he's talking about, but I don't know. It is a great special. It's very funny. I don't know what else to say about it.
It is a classic case of, Ian oversharing, and that's just Ian. You can't really expect him to be any different than talking about the trans people he's fucked. And also the main punchline to this whole joke, we shouldn't show it, but that's why you should come back to it, because it's pretty funny, because he talks about when he has a son.
Yeah.
Okay, good stuff.
How we take care of his son. And yeah, no, we love Ian Fidance, and who learned he was Jewish too, which is like, that's how you know Ian's kind of stupid, because he had to learn that he was Jewish, and he kind of jokes about that. He plays off. And so when he's in the Deadpool, no, I'm kidding. No, the Deadpool, Theo Von, McConaughey cinematic universe. I don't know. Is there anything else to say about it? Or?
No, we like it. Check it out.
Yeah. We don't want to give too much away. This, I'll be super fast with this. I was watching Kill Tony this past week or whatever, and I always kind of skip to the William Montgomery part just to see what he's going to do, because there have been times where he's like yelled at the guests and it's been funny because Tony's gotten uncomfortable. And so, but this time, so I wrote a little context here. So yeah, William Montgomery's ranting about like dead squirrels in his apartment, whatever his problem of the week is, and it leads to the guest, who's Ian Edwards. I don't know who that is, but he brings up like Jews. And that leads to Tony doing an impression of a Jewish guy. And guys, I think it's just better off if you just watch it, because it took my breath away.
Well, that was a long time ago, Ian. No, I'm kidding.
It is amazing. Elaine, what do you think?
William, you're very likable. You don't look like you've bathed in a while, but that's okay. What is?
Oh, fuck. I might have the wrong timestamp. Hang on, I think I did
Dude,
it
those
after.
are the eyes of a cold-blooded killer.
I know.
He's so ready to fucking bite into that bitch.
And that's,
that
I think that's Adam Ray.
Okay.
Dressed up.
Another unbelievable set. Very, very fun. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good, other than the fact that there is now a dead squirrel up in our chimney, and it has been smelling like death for the past 3 days now, Tony. And I actually had an exterminator man come by today, and he starts telling me, I can't go up on the roof. If I go up on the roof this one way, I'm going to roll off and die. If I go off the other way, I'm going to roll off and die. I'm like, dude, you're not just a friend. I'm trying to fucking pay you money to get rid of this fucking thing. Why are you just giving me excuses, you dumb piece of shit? This is why you're fucking getting dead squirrels out of people's fucking chimneys, because you're a dumbass, you motherfucker. He's giving me all these excuses.
The black guy's going to speak up.
And I just want the smell gone, but it's going to be Wednesday, so I have to live with it for another couple days.
That's what happens when your exterminator's last name is Ginsburg.
Yeah.
So I guess that's important to point out too. At no point did he allude to the exterminator being Jewish either. This guy just went, he's like, that's what happens when your ass be hiring a J-Dog.
That is like a Tom Myers joke where you just think you can shoehorn something in and then it counts for something.
Yeah,
and it's like you can't just throw in a Berg, and then like there had to be a Berg
to begin with.
Yeah.
And then Tony, I mean, this is incredible. Here we go.
Actually, I'm allergic to squirrels. I can't get up there. I'm allergic to rooftops as well. I do not perform well under these conditions.
God, Tony, I just...
Dude, the Dr. Evil, like, what Jew talks like that? I don't... Like, Dr. Evil's not Jewish either. He's like Belgium. He says it in his monologue. And I mean, this just led to me talking like Jewish as Dr. Evil. So I guess I'm just going to open the door to that right now. As
Well,
go ahead.
Leave it to you to get the correct details of the Austin Powers movie that he's Belgian. But also, I was going to say it's funny because Tony's normal voice sounds more Jewish than whatever he just tried to do.
Yeah.
Like he already is sort of like, is he maybe a little in that range of,
Hey, well, yeah.
But
Why?
also, okay, I'm going to bail him out really quick.
Okay.
And then we'll open the door to whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
The floodgates will open. There is a chance that Tony was just doing an impression of the guy, because often Tony doesn't even acknowledge the guests on the show. So maybe he didn't even acknowledge that Ginsburg comment. He's just doing a random voice.
That's true, because that Berg comment was so like out of left field. Like it made Adam Ray look like he was fitting in what?
Was that Sam Hyde in the front row?
Oh, yeah. There we go. We can...
Look at that grotesque
Dude,
fucking
I got to go
skull.
see Kill Tony. Yeah, maybe before his haircut. But then, yeah, so it got me thinking, like if Dr. Evil was Jewish, just like, well, of course, I've invented a lot of, I'm Jewish, so what I've done is I've invented a lot of Passover and Shabbat hacks to try to trick God so we can still wipe our ass and use electricity. So here at Dr. Evil Industries, we've created the lamp that you can cover and uncover, but you leave it on the whole time, okay? It's not tricking God, so we're not touching the lamp. and the toilet paper holder, but of course it only takes pre-ripped toilet paper. We're not ripping paper during Shabbat. Is that right? Is that when they can't do it?
Shabbat.
Shabbat. I'm actually Belgium, by the way. I'm not Jewish, but then I was just thinking of, what? Controlling the media, of course, I've done that because I'm Jewish. You can tell. Why? Because life is all about making your brother happy. Okay, da-da-da-da.
Isn't his company name called like Viacom too, which is also just the name of the media company? No, what was Dr. Evil's Evil Empire called? I feel like it was like, it almost sounded like a media company.
Let me see.
No, it starts with a V.
Douglas Powers. I did not know that was
Damn, do we know a Douglas that we could plug into this? I mean, we know a Dave's superpowers.
Yeah. Antagonist. Ernest Stavro Blowfield.
Oh my God.
Dr. Evil.
I actually knew that was that guy's name.
Number 2. Who fronts his evil? Verticon.
Yeah.
Verticon Virtual.
Which is close to Viacom.
Yeah.
Which is the big media company. How about that?
You're the Austin Powers expert here. You fucking showed me up. Oh, this means what's a Shabbat
I forgot my
Shalom.
yarmulke. Yeah. Where's my yarmulke? Scott, where's my yarmulke?
Okay, where's my yarmulke at, guys?
And then Mini-Me comes out with a littler yarmulke. A Ben Shapiro size yarmulke.
Oh, Mini-Me, you look adorable with your little yarmulke on. Okay, what would number 2 is Gentile, Gentile. Austin Gentiles,
You're number 2 to us.
Yeah.
Okay. It's Bill Maher.
Okay. If you're gonna make if you're gonna make me Jewish as Dr. Evil, you at least gotta change the casting to Bill Maher. And instead of doing the pinky at his mouth, he has a blunt there,
Somebody says Mini-Me, he goes, Mini who? He just starts laughing.
Mini who?
I've never heard of that.
What the fuck?
What's UHF? What are you, Weird Al?
Yeah.
Dude, that was crazy too, but that's a
we can't. Yeah, that's another door. You're asking to. Oh man. Okay, so we got to move on from that. That's fuck. There's something that happens in the air. Maybe it's like the full moon or something. That
it is a full moon, and it is Passover, and you made a reference, so you got some Saturn points.
Woo! And then the last thing we've got before we even get into the sports block, we're so over on time, but we'll breeze through this, I guess.
Yeah.
Retarded people with Theo Von, which I want to say, by the way, it's not funny that they have Down syndrome.
You can't say retard. Oh, really? Because Theo says it.
Yeah.
They've got the retard syndrome.
Oh, and they're licking the little rudders. They're licking the cake batter spinners. Remember, Mom used to have that thing. She would fold it back and put those two little.
I love him. Honestly, it's a good show. Honestly.
Yeah. We went to the dog. He's not a man. No dogs.
Yeah.
He's,
we need to make like an evolution chart of Sean and Marley evolving into John, evolving into us.
Yeah.
I love the funny thing too. You have to catch it. Is he goes? I love him, and it's like, well, he's doing a reaction to them.
Yeah.
So of course you love it.
Also, it's like it'd be funny to change this to like a Hitler speech, like, I love him. Honestly, seriously, bro, I love him. But I thought that was.
It's them watching the Ben Shapiro watching Cumtown, George Mr. Feeney.
Yeah, I love him. Honestly.
Damn, I hope they watch us watching them next week.
I know.
Honestly, they're funny.
Honestly.
No, bro, the Goontopia boys are funny.
And like.
So that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Them watching Theo watch them. And now it's finally happened. He's in studio. He's going to show up and he's going to bring his A game.
And I almost love how, like Shane Gillis again, he does the impression of the Down syndrome guy, right? He never goes near laughing at them.
I just get on their level.
Yet Theo is like the Bear Grylls, like Anthony Bourdain. He goes where they live and lives amongst them. But he does this weird thing where he like talks retarded back to them. I noticed this in the video. I don't
That's
know
kind of what I was saying. And when I said he gets on their level.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. And then he has such a weird like idle face. It's like, I can't describe it as anything other than Buzz Lightyear. Maybe I'll pull up the image when he makes the face or something.
No, he has it the whole time. He already's kind of doing it.
Okay, come here. Yes, sir.
That's sort of unsure
Thank you, boys. Thank you for welcoming me here.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to be here.
I would say this very fun. He come to us and come see me and Sean.
From USA.
USA.
Have you been to America?
Have you been to America?
I can't remember.
You can't remember? Yeah.
Yeah,
Some of it's
see?
a little hazy over there.
Can't remember. And it's like British. You hear it over there.
Well, maybe then he's just doing he's not doing the Downs voice. He's doing just the British voice, which is
Close enough. That's like bridging the gap.
Because that's kind of the sad thing about it is they have Down syndrome, and I didn't even catch that they were British until now. So that sort of just shows you how it sort of blurs together seamlessly.
That to him is like his Spanglish, you know. He's just trying to. Well, I'll meet him halfway with the British accent.
And I kind of want to believe he doesn't even do it on purpose. Like that, there's just something in him where he sort of, you know how like when you go hang out with your friends from high school, you just sort of start speaking in the same language that you did back then.
I've seen. I'll take it a step further. I've seen like white liberal people talk to black people in like a black voice and not even realize what they're doing. They'll be like, "Man, I know y'all already gonna have a good weekend," and it's like, I feel like I'm crazy for noticing it.
Yeah.
But okay, here we'll keep going with his.
You can't remember? Yeah. Some of it's a little hazy over there.
That's cooking.
Yes.
Are they gay? They're both gay married men.
Chicken.
Chicken.
We make beer and chicken.
Beer?
Beer.
Beer?
Oh, beer and chicken.
Yes.
Papa?
You like beer? Yeah, I put chicken in it.
I mean, in his defense, like, what are you supposed to do?
That's true. You don't want to be running a lot by them at once.
Yeah.
Let's get it like this. Teamwork.
Teamwork. Yeah, that's cooking, boys.
Cooking, boys.
Yeah, that ending face, it is literally this fucking, this Buzz Lightyear. I'm trying to be more specific. Okay. Did you watch this whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Are there any good other parts that stick out to you?
Maybe when they start slapping the...
Oh, yeah,
slapping
the chicken's ass.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Praise God, buddy.
Go to my daddy.
Oh, yeah. Come to my daddy, huh? Is that what he said?
I'm licking my lips.
Oh, he confirmed. Is that what he said? Is that what he said?
Come on, Big Daddy.
Yeah. Oh, come on, Big Daddy. Boy, let's go.
Dude, did you see him bite his...
go.
The guy on the left? Yeah. Whoa.
On your hot man.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, wow, huh?
Look at that.
Ooh. Whoa, she leaking, homie.
Oh, this leaking. Whoa.
What?
First, I have to put the hands in to get the bones out.
What do they have, that AI rat in the background?
Yeah,
I just noticed that.
Yeah.
I'm slow. I just noticed that.
It's dangerous.
Because
I'm slow. Did someone say slow? It's me, Jesse Lee Peterson.
So what? You cook because you're stupid? I have somebody make my food. What do you cook because you're stupid? Hey,
Black people can't cook.
but Asians can. That's why these guys. We're having Sean and Marley on today, and they're gonna teach my slow ass how to cook.
The left can't cook.
What?
It's too much.
it's good. It's good.
So what kind of animal is it?
Chicken.
Chicken.
Fucking retard. Come on, Theo.
Look at,
That's what
you
they're
know,
thinking.
the farmers like chicken.
Yes.
You know,
Same?
same like that. But sometimes chicken die.
Oh.
Why?
Yeah.
You know.
I get the feeling like, you know, when you know somebody that has a kid and then somebody else that isn't as familiar with that kid's around and they start talking to the kid and you're kind of like, hey, that kid's above that level and you're talking to them like they're too stupid.
Yeah, that's kind of what Theo's doing to these
A little
people.
bit.
Yeah. He doesn't know what pace to move at. Why did the chicken die? Why is he asking that?
So we can have dinner.
Dinner.
Yeah.
Right now we're going to take the oil.
Like, did he have to explain death to them? Why was there such a harsh cut?
Oh, man.
Right now we're going to take the oil and we have different spices from Australia.
Yeah.
Yes. And we're going to
Oh,
put
are
them
they
in
Australian?
the
This
bowl
is all
and
adding
put it-
up now.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm stupid.
So they're not even Down syndrome. They're just Asians that are Australian. I see.
Uh-huh.
Oh, gosh, here we go.
Oh, he's doing it.
So this is great. I
Good
don't
job.
get. Do they ever eat it?
Let's check it out.
Sorry, I just don't want to stay on
No,
this
I got-
video forever.
No, you're fine. I didn't know where to move to, so. Oh.
So-
Close your eyes, audience.
They get him serving it up.
Down, homie.
Actually, yeah, the way they serve is always awesome.
Hey, yeah, Merry
Plop.
Christmas.
Holy!
Hey, Merry Christmas. You little chicken bones.
Damn, you don't feel that
I
heat,
mean-
huh? That thing is blazing.
Oh my god, yeah, he picks it up.
Chicken bones. You got chicken bones.
It
Bro,
just
your
got out of the
receptors
oven.
is
Yeah.
Down, homie. Your receptors is down.
Hey, I got some
And then he
milk.
picks up the fucking can. Dude, that was in the oven.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa, whoa.
Your receptors is off, baby. You gotta come up a little bit.
Ooh, chicken bone.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it looks wonderful, huh?
You gotta come up.
You got chicken bones. You
I
got
know you
this.
down, but you gotta come up, and come up's what you gotta do when you.
I would love to. It's very good, man.
That's good.
Yeah, I just appreciate
Yeah,
it.
he takes the chicken out of the or fuck. Let me pause it. He takes the chicken out of the oven, then he just opens the can of beer and drinks it. You know, there we go. Oh, see.
He's just pulling from Theo's plate.
Yeah.
Literally, he gave himself the most chicken, and then he's reaching over. He's reaching over to Theo's at first.
He gave himself the best part.
It's like, dude, there's a whole damn chicken right there.
Yeah.
There's gonna be enough.
There you go. You like that. So do you know that you're retarded? You remember that?
Oh yeah, that's a legendary video. That'll be on the Theo Von Long Watch whenever we do that special.
The deep dive. Did you know you dove deep? Okay. We got some sports news, and then we've got Indian Hour to wrap it off.
Yes.
Wrap it off with. So this was big in news. Sports news. Clarke finished the Boston Marathon. I checked his place. He placed 2,063rd out of an estimated 30,000. That's really good.
Oh yeah.
At what cost? Well, we'll tell you. Hey, it's me, Johnny Hamcheck. Wrong video. Oh, why am I logged out?
Still running, huh?
Still.
256. I shit my pants like crazy. I'm going after it all day, every day for the people. 2 hours, 56 minutes, man, people.
Yeah, so there you go. He finished his marathon. He shit his pants. That was the hook right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what an incredible Monday to start off on. 256.
But good for him. I could never do it. They
Yeah.
say the Boston Marathon is the hardest marathon to run. It's kind of the furthest distance, I guess, compared to other marathons.
No, I agree. I think so. And it's also to do with
It's a little bit longer.
Yeah, because the way they measure it in the old imperial, because it's Old England. So the old imperial system is what they use. So it makes it a little bit more difficult to do.
Because a meter is longer than a foot, but they still use it's still because how many feet are in a marathon?
I think it's probably like 4,200,000.
4,200. Yeah. Yeah.
Basically, what I know is that if you were to take however many feet was in a marathon and you converted it to days, you could, and if every one of those days you trained for the marathon, you'd only be able to do half of the marathon.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I do know about it. And that's why we applaud Clarke. And obviously, he's given us a brand new method for something to do while we're at the office crunching spreadsheets. Sometimes if you have to go, you got to go. There's no time to get up and go to the bathroom.
Sorry, I was kind of stalling there. I was looking at how long a marathon's 5,280 feet.
Oh, okay. Damn it.
Yeah.
So
that's a lot of feet, though. You think about it, because I've only got 2, and when you really think about it, that's a lot of feet to go.
And it makes sense why they would have to have like 30,000 people to make up all the feet for the marathon, So, yeah, congratulations. I had some sound of him talking about it on his podcast, but he basically just said he shit his pants. And his podcast, his camera, the microphone that he uses is his iPhone microphone that's like 7 feet away. Also, there's an air conditioner in between them. You can't even hear what he's saying, so we'll just skip that part. But congratulations, Davis.
Good job running it.
Yeah, and just like you, I will shit my pants like crazy.
Okay, now we got Jokic as Goon. Nikola Jokic, he's about to win his 3rd MVP. He's the favorite by like minus $1 billion. So he's going to win his 3rd MVP this year. And he did the unthinkable. He did a Despicable Me promo. And he doesn't do a lot of promos. That's kind of the big thing about this story.
Oh, so he plays for the Nuggets?
Yeah, he's literally the best basketball player in the world.
Wow.
And people have been telling me he looks like Gru. And then out of nowhere, he drops the promo for this new Despicable Me film. Despicable
Me 4. I thought this was Jokic, like he was related to Jocko Willink, like he was a combination of both Jocko and of Willink. What's his name? How do you say it? Jokic?
Nikola Jokic.
Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
And have you seen his therapy session that he's had about this?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I've got that.
I thought I looked really good that day. I put on this beautiful suit that said, I'm in business.
Like the one you're wearing?
Yes.
Then what happened?
They say I looked like Gru.
Why does that bother you?
It doesn't.
Then why bring it up?
Because they won't leave me alone.
They?
He is so tall. Holy crap.
I'm not your boss.
Illumination's Despicable Me 4.
Damn, Google the photo of him when he was fat, when he was a kid. Look up like Jokic, young, fat. He also like owns horses, and after he won the NBA championship last year, they do a parade for sports championships like in the city. And he was like ready to go back to Serbia to like ride his horses or some shit.
Oh, that's awesome.
And he's like, what? The parade's gonna be on Wednesday. I have to go home. Like, no.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Damn, what a fucking unit he was. So he's Serbian.
Mm-hmm. Look up his brothers. See, look up Jokic family.
Okay.
Because
Wait,
it's
is
like
this,
the same.
Is this his family?
Well, all his brothers.
Okay.
I thought they looked way more psycho than that, but maybe not.
Here we go. Let's see.
I mean, they have that Eastern European like husky eyes.
Yes.
Where it's like sort of like you're kind of like, could they murder me?
Oh yeah. No, that's kind of terrifying.
I mean, that's like literally like when you were like 14, you heard some story about like a guy that murdered somebody in the woods. They just had that face.
Yeah. Let this murder the basketball instead of people.
So he's phenomenal.
I mean, he has more life and depression in his face here as like an 8-year-old than like an American 45-year-old.
He overcame that and became the best basketball player in the world. So
that's
for a
awesome.
prolonged stretch now. So it's kind of impressive. And he's grew.
Yeah, and he's grew.
And he'll grew on you if you don't like him already.
He's having a bad day. I hope no one gets in his way. Should we wait on this too, or should we end Indian style?
What are we at?
An hour 32.
Let's just end it on this.
Okay.
Well, are we gonna wash Akash on that though?
I was gonna just have it as background video while we just kind of spoke in Indian accents.
I don't have anything. I feel like I'm Indianed out.
So should we save it then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't want to overdo the Indian in this episode. Do you think we've been doing a lot?
I don't know.
I feel like we did Indian Bill Maher, didn't we? No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
Did Maher.
Dude. Okay. Okay, guys.
I just set you up to start the whole. I got the snowball. I got the mountain, the big boulder rolling.
Yeah. Dude, let me tell you, the liberals have gone crazy. They don't even let me touch Bob's or vagina. They don't even want me to do it. I was on the Joe Rogan podcast. I am Akash. No, I can't. We got it. Maybe that's a teaser. That's like a cinematic Marvel, like the movie's over, but then like the Indian hand comes out.
Should we wait on all of it?
I think so.
Okay.
Because we added like 20 things to it.
So we hope you loved that Joker segment as Gru, and we hope you loved all the segments before Tony Hinchcliffe trying to be Dr. Evil.
We covered it all, guys. I mean, we really went baroque with these character mashups. Everyone can do an impression of somebody, but can they compound it? We were flowing from Theo to Matthew, and so we really had a good thing going.
Yeah,
so.
well, it really helps that we're not great at impressions, or I won't even lump you in with me, that I'm not good at an impression. So it naturally just starts falling into Bill Maher, So it's like that's always going to be a new character no matter what we're doing.
That's true.
Whatever character we're doing, there's going to be a Bill Maher variant.
It'll come in because we're already thinking about the next one, and it's a beautiful thing, folks. So thank you for gooning with us.
Thank you.